Hey everybody, welcome back. I know it's been a while. Today's a little bit different. I was sweeping my patio and had a little epiphany, so I wanted to share it with everybody because I really got a lot from it, so I just really wanted to share it. So hopefully you like what I'm going to say. So I was outside sweeping my patio, and it's really windy right now. I was outside sweeping my patio, and while I was sweeping it, I was just thinking about my patio and how it all came together. So I'm gonna just take you back with this patio situation. So I used to have I have a decent sized patio, but they had said that my patio was leaking one time. So they had to like repave it and reseal it. And they came over and some guys had paved it for me in this like white sealant they put over it. It was really weird. It made my patio look so ugly. Before that, it was just gray concrete and I was fine with that. But the white stuff that they put over was so ugly and I just hated it. And I really wasn't here for it at all. And I knew it was going to be terrible when they put it down because it was already ugly. And yeah, so they put this white sealant down, and maybe a couple months later when the rainy season hit, it started to bubble. It started to have this like bubble to it everywhere. Like it was breaking down. It was so nasty. Water was seeping under it. You could see like crumbs of concrete under it. And so, sure enough, the property management said that there was another leak and it was just breaking down. So they had to replace it. And, so they scheduled to replace it. It took forever. And I told everybody, it's like, I'm not having company until they replace this because it's hideous, and anything aesthetic wise, I'm really particular about. I like things to look good. I like to look good. So it just naturally has to match, right? So, so they come in finally to do the work. And when they do, the guy, he comes in, he repaves it. Everything's looking cool. Until they get to the sealant. And that's when I was kind of triggered. I was like, well, what does it look like? What's the sealant look like? Because if it's white, I don't want it. I don't give a damn. Just leave it concrete, leave it gray. And he brings out this orange color. And I was like, ew, like, no, like, why can't it just be clear? He was like, well, this is what the board approved. This is what we have to do. And I was just like, I really don't want that color. Just why can't we have a basic color? Because when y'all start to get into the colors, you mess it up. And I was just so scared that it was going to turn out like last time, that I didn't want anything. And he was like, well, look, if you want to get clear, you can pay for it to be clear. And it's like almost $200 for the sealant. And I was just like, I really don't want to do that either. This is not my house. I rent here. So it's like, why would I do that? Why would I put money into this? This is your responsibility. So I was kind of torn, but that didn't stop me. I was starting to go to the property management and complain. I was like low-key yelling at him, and I was like about to cry. I was just like, no, because it was ugly last time. I don't want my patio to be ugly again. And he felt really bad for me. Like he really couldn't do nothing. His hands were tied, but he was just like, listen, I'm going to do it this orange color, and if you want to get the sealant later, or you don't like how it looks when it comes out, then we'll figure it out later. But for now, like, this needs to be done. I'm at the final little steps of it. And I was like, okay. I was crying because I was just so scared. So he ends up putting this color down, this sealant down, and it was beautiful. It was so nice. It was so pretty. It was like this terracotta color, and it's super pretty. I'm looking at it now. And, I was so happy. I was like, wow, this is so nice. And, I had redid my patio. I put furniture out there. I brought brand new furniture. And I put it out there, and I put like a canopy thing over it, and it looks so nice. So nice. And all the worry, all the drama, because I was being dramatic, all that went out the window, and I was so happy with my patio. So the reason why I say this story is just to really say or drive home that, sometimes, and I know especially with me, I'm going to just talk about me. With me, if something happened in the past and I see inklings of it, or I see hints that it's going to be a certain way like that in the future, I get triggered and I get so scared, and I try to control the situation by, trying to buy new ceiling or complaining or just being just dramatic. And, for me, this whole patio situation, it might seem funny or weird that I'm talking about a patio, but it really showed me a big thing about myself, which is like I have control issues, like especially if I see something bad happen in the past that could possibly happen again. I try to take charge and take control of the situation so that it doesn't. But what this particular situation showed me is that if you let go of control, it may turn out better than what you expected. And don't always expect the worst just because in the past it was bad. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like I was already assuming that things were going to be bad. And so I was just trying to put a stop to it or prevent that from happening. And instead, that would have prevented me from having a really nice patio, because, to be honest, no one had this patio color. They still don't. Mine was the first to be done like that because this was like an emergency thing. So they had to hurry up and approve the plan so that we can get this taken care of. So my patio is the best patio out here, and my furniture is nice over it, and everything really looks beautiful. And had I really stopped that, I wouldn't have had the patio that I had. And in life, that can almost mirror the same outcomes where you try to control something thinking you're preventing the worst, and you're actually preventing your best from happening. And I know I'm talking about a patio, but for real, I've seen this happen in my life where I really wanted a certain outcome, so I would do certain things or say certain things to have that outcome, really making it worse and manipulating the situation or manipulating outcomes, which never is good when you do that. So I should, I always have to remember now, and I always think about this patio when I do that, let things happen. Let things happen, take out the control, and trust that things are going to be, better than maybe you expected, or at least they're going to be okay. Don't try to step in because you are operating, out of fear or out of, anxiety or whatever it is, or just past triggers of a past thing going wrong because the situation is kind of similar, and, you're basically traumatized, and, you don't want the same things to happen again, because most times than not, it won't, and this is just a patio. Obviously this is different, but I've even seen that in relationships where I've, been lied to or cheated on, or, just certain things that guys have done that have hurt me. And then, I get into a new relationship, and if I see little hints of them doing something similar as the last one, I'm like, I know where this is going. And so, I'll try to break up with them before they break up with me, or I'll try to, treat them a certain way because I feel like they're about to treat me a certain way. And I, just operating out of fear, trying to control, and really not trusting and letting things flow. So go with the flow, because you never know. Ooh, I'm such a poet. I'm such a poet. No, but honestly, I'm serious. If you go with the flow, you just never know. And that's good. Not knowing is good. And not caring either, because at the end of the day, things will continue to move forward, whether you like it or not, or however you would like it. It may not end up that way. You know what I mean? If you have a certain thing in mind, it just may not be exactly like that, but it'd still be good. It's just, it may not be what you're thinking, and what you're thinking may not even be correct, or may not even be, the most ideal. You know what I mean? So I just feel like I learned a big lesson over this little patio here, and I'm going to insert some clips so you can see the before and the after, because it was, it's a little apartment. It's a small space, but like I said, I like my home. I like for things to look good. I like to feel good in my space. And when that's threatened, you know what I mean? I feel thrown off. So I definitely am going to show you what I mean when I say how ugly it was, because it was. and how nice it is now. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. If you do, please comment. Maybe you've had a situation that's similar, that, you know, maybe you had tried to control an outcome, or wasn't really going, or you weren't really going with the flow, and that bit you in the butt at the end. Or maybe a time where you did and it actually worked out for you, because I think a lot of people, you know, need to hear that. I think that, you know, that's why I wanted to share, because maybe somebody's going through something similar, or have, and they've gotten through it. So just share your stories, and I'm nosy, so please, I want to hear it. And also like the video, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.